Hey there, Internet. I realize that it is super late in the day. That's because I've been spending pretty much the entirety of the day working on a video for my actual work-ish type job thing and having a dickens of a time getting my computer to actually do it. It's currently sitting in the background cranking away at the rendering. I have no idea why it's taking so long. But as a result, it's now like 5:30-ish, and I'm just now getting around to recording it, and I also am realizing that I'm not wearing a watch on my wrist. Ba 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 da ba 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 life unedited. So I realized ever since I started recording videos with my actual good camera that I got like 2 months ago, I was having a little problem with the framing. And by that, I mean I was super duper close to it all the time. And it was kind of weird. So today I made a concerted effort to scoot back a little bit so you can actually see all of my ridiculous hand motions as I go like this. So anyway, 6 days ago, Valentine's Day, Sunday, February 14th, all of those phrases mean exactly the same thing. I was sitting there with my girlfriend watching Netflix in the middle of a blizzard. I looked over at my cell phone, which was sitting on the couch next to me, only to see that it was rebooting, and I thought, huzzah, maybe, finally, I got the Android 6.0 update. So I sat there and I waited patiently and I waited patiently, and I realized, this is odd. Why does it seem like my phone is continually rebooting? Well, turns out that the LG G4, which is the phone that I have, which I have currently loved up until this point, until it did this whole crashing thing, has a known error where it gets stuck in a boot loop, and there's literally nothing you can do about it. All that means is that my phone was officially bricked, and I didn't get it replaced until today. Like, literally, I pretty much just finished getting it all set back up, and that means that I just went 6 days without a phone, and it was an intriguing experience. You see, I think that I speak for many of you people sitting out there watching this video, probably possibly on your actual phones, that you spend a lot of time on those things, whether it's texting all your little friends. You don't text like this unless you have like an iPad that you call people on, but that's not a phone. Or you check all your social media, or you watch videos, or you play games, or you do all these different things all on these little tiny electronic wonder rectangles that we have in our pockets on a daily basis. And because I didn't have that over the past 6 days, I came to the realization just how much time I spent on it. I mean, pretty much every class I was in, I would be sitting on it, either looking up things, reading news articles, reading reviews, playing games, checking social media, tweeting, doing any of the 1,000 different things I can do on that device, except taking notes on the actual class. With the exception of one class last semester where I did that because I didn't have a laptop. That's a whole nother story. Anyway, what I found was over the past 6 days, it was remarkably nice not to have that pressure to be constantly checking my phone, because I couldn't constantly be checking my phone. Granted, it did make communication with my girlfriend a little difficult. I had to rely on using Facebook Messenger, which I could only do when I was back in my dorm at my desktop, which that's kind of a pain, because if we wanted to meet up, I pretty much just had to go somewhere and wait for her to show up. And so now as I go off into the future with my phone back into my pocket, I hope that I can continue to apply some of those things I've learned and not be on my phone all the time, because 1, it helps me communicate with people, 2, it helps me focus on what I'm actually doing, and 3, it's just not necessary and makes me feel kind of like lame-o to be doing it all the time. Like, is that really the best thing I can come up with to do with my time? No! I can make more YouTube videos. Not saying I'm gonna do that, FYI. But let me know down in the commentaries section, have you ever tried this whole setting your phone aside thing? How'd it go? Do you think I'm crazy? Till next week, deuces.